Hawaii Work. It's PBN Friday with Howard Dykes.
Hawaiian Electric has been paying people to use less power. Farming companies are investing in plants to make fuel from farm waste. Wind power stations are proliferating on Maui and the Big Island. What's going on here? Darren Kimura, head of Energy Industries of Hilo, is somebody whose business is helping people become more energy efficient. So naturally, he's got to track all this stuff. I guess we'll start with oil prices because in recent weeks, they've been a lot closer to $80 a barrel than to 75.
Absolutely. Oil has been really at the headline of all energy right now. Recently, we topped off at $78, and experts expect it to be over $100 by the end of the year.
How recently were prices half of this or a third of this?
Oh, just a matter of 3 or 4 years ago, we were down to about $30 a barrel. So that's a significant jump being passed along to the consumers in the price we pay for gasoline for our cars, as well as for the electricity we use for the lights in our homes.
Okay, well, before we get to kind of an update on these various alternate forms that are being discussed and actually implemented across the islands, maybe I'll take a moment to explain to people why you know what you're talking about. Let's go into what your company does.
Sure. Energy Industries was originally from Hilo. Today we're based in Honolulu, and we operate an international organization out of Honolulu. What we really do is we help people save money by saving energy. So we're going to go into their office building or into their home or whatever the case may be and figure out ways for them to save energy by implementing some of the newer technologies or just using it more wisely, turning it off when you don't have to have it on, for example. So for the most part, Energy Industries, we're in 12 locations throughout the world now. We're into Asia as well, and we help people save money by saving energy.
Okay, now I guess we'll start with wind power. We've had a new wind farm open up on Maui. There's new equipment that's being installed near South Point on the Big Island. It seems to me I heard just a couple of days ago there was another big Maui project and another one on the northwest corner of the Big Island that are in preparation. How much help can wind power provide at this stage in that technology's development?
Actually, wind power is definitely one of the more noteworthy renewable energy resources. One of the things with wind is only producing power when the wind is blowing. So that's one of the potential problems with regards to wind energy. However, with that being said, it is one of the more cost-effective renewable energy resources to install, and you can install them quickly. One of the big things that has happened in the state is in 1996, the Renewable Energy Portfolio Standard put responsibility on the utility to have renewables in their grid. So first of all, that really opened the door for renewable resources to come into Hawaii, and that's why you're seeing a lot of activity right now. That coupled with the fact that our oil price is going up, thus making our electricity price going up, you have a lot of activity as a result coming in. So wind can help a lot. Again, it is based upon the resource being wind, and we have more power when the wind is blowing and no power when the wind is not. With that being said, that's kind of always been one of the major issues with renewable energy.
Okay, and what about this business of producing, burning farm waste, sugarcane and some other stuff in order to produce power?
You know, right now I think the big topic is ethanol. And ethanol is being used in a variety of different shapes and forms and produced from a variety of different crops throughout the entire world. Brazil is obviously one of the larger case studies, if you will, for an economy that has really gone over to a completely ethanol-based vehicular fuel type system. A lot of locations throughout the United States are going now from an E10, which is what we're here in Hawaii, to an E85. So it definitely has some promise, definitely has some need. You know, I think of late in some of the headlines in Hawaii, they've been criticizing some of the potential economic aspects with regards to sugarcane being used for ethanol. So there are entities out there now studying other types of crops for Hawaii-based applications for generating ethanol.
And generally speaking, I get the impression that it might be a little more efficient here than in some other places because we can grow crops year-round.
You know, that's the big issue with sugarcane right now. I think some of the biofeed crops that can produce ethanol can generate quicker than sugarcane typically can. And I think by having that exact effect put in place where they can grow let's say grass, for example, continually throughout the year, but grass grows fast, it'll allow us to get that economy to the point where we can become more energy self-sufficient.
Let me see if I can jam one more question in, and that is, what helps the most at this stage, coming up with new ways to generate power or coming up with ways to reduce how much power we require?
As far as what we need to do right now, I think energy efficiency is at the forefront of what we can do now. And the reason is you can do it fast, it's economical, we already have economies of scale, and there are other proof of concepts already put in place. So you can walk down the street, for example, and see an energy efficient lighting system and see how it can save, talk to the business owner and understand how it's working for them. So for the most part, what I'm going to say is energy efficiency today, renewable energy, and the blend of other options, efficient generation included in that, in the near future.
Okay, thank you for the update. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Darren Kimura is CEO of Hilo-born Honolulu-based Energy Industries.